How's it going, guys? It's K Cars, and in this video I'm going to be installing the side skirts that I got from ZL1 Add-ons. If you guys didn't see my unboxing video and review from last week, make sure to go watch that, because in this video we're going to be installing them and I'm going to show you guys step by step how to do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually drive the car up on these ramps so I can have easier access to where the side skirts are going to go, which is right over here. That exhaust never gets old. Okay, so as you guys see, I did have to put the rear tires in that little dip right before the garage, because if I didn't do that, then the spoiler would not be able to clear the ramp. So that way they're still touching, but I will be able to drive up hopefully. So hopefully this goes good. All right, wish me luck. Hopefully I don't mess this up too bad. Parking brakes on. Yeah, that should be good. Alright, so we got the car up on the ramps. Now the fun part is going to be trying to figure out how I'm actually going to fit under there and be able to screw all these screws in. So as you guys see, I have the side skirts right over here, and right here are all the brackets that it came with. So what I'm going to do now is actually just put all of these into the side skirts, and I'll show you guys how to put these in right now. Okay, so as you guys can see here, these little cutouts, that's where all of these brackets go. And if you see on the front, this one's actually like a rectangular one. It's longer, and all the other ones are square. So it came with two of these bigger brackets. That's how you know it's the front. So the back looks like that, and then the front looks like that with the rectangular longer bracket. And as you can see, it has these lock screws, and before you can actually put these in, you want to make sure they're screwed in so it can actually fit inside the bracket. So I'm going to go ahead and screw these out right now. So I'm actually screwing them in, not out, because they have to go in so they can actually fit inside that little hole that's in the side skirts. Okay, so that should be good. Now I'm going to go ahead and put it inside here. And when you're putting it in, you want the side that you screw in to go like this, if it'll even go in. So for some reason it's not fitting in. I guess the hole's too small. Let's see if this one fits. So this one fits. This one's a little too small, I'm guessing. Okay, so for some reason I cannot get either of these brackets to go into this front hole. I tried both of them, but it just doesn't fit. It fits fine on this one. You can see it goes through that hole perfectly, but it just doesn't want to go through this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try to sand this down a little bit, see if that helps at all. Might take a while, but I don't know. Okay, so basically what I did, like I said, this bracket was not fitting into this hole. So what I did, I just sanded these corners down a little bit, just like that, and now it fits, but it's just really tight. So, I mean, once I put it in, it's really hard to take out, but I'm not gonna have to take it out probably. So I'm gonna go ahead and install all of these brackets and see how that goes. So once again, like I said, make sure the side that you screw in is on the inside of the car, because you're gonna have to be able to actually screw it in like that. So this is the front of the driver's side, so it's gonna go like this with the screw facing the inside of the car. Hopefully it'll go in this time. Okay, so that one's in. Now the rest of them are these smaller brackets, and those fit into these square holes. And once again, same thing, you're gonna have to screw this screw in so that it can actually go into the hole. So just like that, just make sure it's flush so it's not sticking out at all. And then once again, just make sure the side that you screw in is on the inside of the car. So like this, that one fit in no problem. And then once it's in, I guess you could probably unscrew this because you're gonna have to be able to get it into the pinch welds, and it's not gonna fit if there's a screw in the way. And also it'll keep it from falling out of the hole. So it's a good idea to unscrew it a little bit once you actually get it in. And I'm gonna do the same for this one. Okay, so now I'm basically just gonna go ahead and install all of these brackets. You guys can see I did get all the brackets in the holes. Now once again, I'm just going to tell you guys how to actually do this right. So this is the front of the passenger side. As you can see, the side that you screw in is going to be on the inside of the car. That way you can actually screw it in when it's on the car. So same thing with all the rest of them. And the reason you know it's the front is because it's a longer bracket, it's rectangular, and the other ones are square like that. And also by the shape you can tell that's the back because it kind of goes outward a little bit. You can see that a little bit right there. The only problem I had with this is that this hole was actually not big enough for the bracket to fit in. So as you guys saw, I just had to sand it down a little bit and it fit, but it's not moving out of there at all right now. But so it's just really tight, which isn't really a bad thing, I guess. Now we're actually going to go ahead and do the fun part and try to get under the car. Not really sure how I'm going to do that. It's a lot lower than I was expecting, but we'll get it done somehow, and I'll show you guys step by step how to do it, and hopefully the camera angles are good. Okay guys, so I'm currently under the driver's side. And right here are the pinch welds. That's what your side skirts are actually going to be pinching onto with those lock screws that I showed you. That's why you want them to be towards the inside of the car so you can actually screw them in like that. So the big rectangular bracket is going to go up front, and you want it to be basically touching, like if you have rock guards, you want it to be touching your rock guards, but if you don't, then you just want to make sure that it's touching your rocker keeper that's right here. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. It's probably going to be a lot more difficult than I was expecting, just because I don't really have anything to actually like hold the side skirts up. So I'm going to have to basically try to do everything on my own. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so I'm going to start out with the front here. Okay, so I have the first two brackets actually on the pinch welds. Now I'm going to go ahead and actually tighten down the first one in the front here while holding the second one, just to make it a little bit easier. Okay, so when you're tightening down the first one, you want to make sure that it's as far up as possible. You probably don't want to make it too tight, because then at the end, whenever they're all like tightened up, you can go back and tighten each one individually. Make sure it's in a good spot. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is, so if I'm going to screw this in, I make sure the next one down is already in place. That way this one screws in to the right place. So now I'm working on the second one, and I'm holding the third one with my other hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw in the second one. Now this probably would be a lot easier if you had somebody like holding the side skirts up. So if you do this, I would recommend having somebody with you to help. And also if you have access to a lift, that would also make it a lot easier. So this one's pretty good. Now let's go ahead and move on to the third one. Now on the third one, this is pretty difficult because it's very low to the ground. So not sure how much farther down I can go, like while still being under the car. Now the fourth one is already in place. I'm just tightening up this one right here. Make sure it's as far up as it can go. I'll just tighten it up. All right. I'm going to try to get this last one in place. There we go, it wasn't too bad. I'm not really holding the last one right now because it's all the way down there, and not really sure if my head can even like reach under there because it's so low. But I'm tightening up this one, and I'm gonna go to the last one, see if I can reach it. Yeah, so the Allen wrench can't really like fit under there at all. You would need like a really small one because it's like diagonal. Yeah, I have no clue why I didn't think about that. So, I'm pretty dumb. I didn't realize this Allen wrench has like a 90-degree angle thing, so you can just do it this way. Really don't know why I didn't think of that. It'll just take longer, but at least it'll actually work and be tight. Alright, so I'm gonna make sure it's tight. So you can see it's getting pretty tight now. Probably don't want to make it too tight, but just make sure it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go over all of these screws and just make them tight. Just make sure they're as tight as they should be. I'm actually going to loosen this one and push it up because it looks like it's not as far up as it could be. So just going to make sure. Yeah, I guess it was tight, but it looks like it still has room to go up. Alright guys, so there's the finished product of the driver's side. The install wasn't too bad. It was a little bit more difficult than I was expecting, just because I had to hold it up and my head didn't really fit under there, as you guys could see, especially towards the back here. So this would be a lot easier if you have jack stands or a lift, and if you'd have a second person to help you actually hold them up. Overall, I do like the look of them. As you can see right there, they look pretty good. And I like how they go more outward there towards the back. So as you can see here, it's flush against the rock guards that I also have from ZL1 add-ons. So yeah, now I'm going to go ahead and do the passenger side. I'm not going to film that just because it's the exact same thing as the driver's side. Basically, my only complaint is that that one bracket didn't fit into the hole. I'm not sure which one it was. I think it was the passenger side. No, it was actually the driver's side here. So the bracket didn't fit in the hole. It was too small, so I just had to sand it down a little bit and it fit. It was just really tight. So other than that, I am pretty happy with the product. It was $230 on ZL1addons.com and shipping was like $48, but I got it during the Memorial Day sale. I think it was like 12% off. So altogether, I paid like $250 for these side skirts. And like I said, I also have the rock guards from ZL1 add-ons, which are right there. And then in the back too, and I also have the diffuser, which is right there in the back. If you guys want to see install tutorials on the rock guards or the diffuser, make sure to check those videos out on my channel. If you guys have any questions about the side skirts, make sure to leave those down in the comments. And if you have any general questions, also leave those down in the comments. Let me know what kind of videos you guys would like to see in the future. And if you guys found this video entertaining or informative or anything, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.